What is guanin, peeps? What is guanin? It's Valerie's Naturals Oracles. Grand Rising, good afternoon, good evening, good day, wherever you are. And thank you for joining me, my supporters, my ride or dies, and my newbies. Welcome and welcome back. How you doing, collective? Really, I'm asking the question, how are you doing? Let me know in the comments below, because I really want to know. Because we go through these ups and downs in our lives in this journey. And sometimes we want to talk to people and we can't. And we want to relieve that burden. And sometimes we have to carry that burden ourselves. Sometimes you've got to know, collective. And I don't know why I'm getting philosophical today, but sometimes you've got to know you are enough. Sometimes you've got to realise you are enough. And so if you ever wake up feeling like that, which I used to do when I used to feel really unworthy of myself, tell yourself, look in the mirror and smile and say to yourself, I am love. I am loving and I am cared for. You are love. Okay, so let's get a reading out. So I don't know why I've come down this route today. But it's almost like I've got stuck in my head, you are enough. Some of you, collective, are going through this journey thinking that, you know, are you trying to validate yourself through somebody else? You know, if you really are on this twin flame soulmate journey, for example, you're just on a journey in general, okay? Don't let other people, validate you. Just because somebody is not coming towards you, or because somebody seems like they don't care, don't worry about it. Worry about you. Love on you always. Love on you always. Do you know what I'm saying? Big up yourself, collective. We're going to get deep today. So I've got some oracle cards out, and I love these cards. What's the first one I've got out? The gateway of light activation. It's all about gateways and what those gateways will reveal to you. So let's find out, first of all, what messages Spirit has for the collective, and then we'll go into a read. So Holy Spirit, I'm just going to freestyle today. So I'm going to go into a little bit of a prayer to invoke Spirit and to thank them for their energy. So as if you didn't know, that's what I was doing when I utter the words. Holy Spirit, holy angels, thank you for your guidance, protection, assistance. Guides, beloved ancestors who love us unconditionally, please give me the message for the collective. As above, so below, so within, so without. Please give us the clarity and understanding that we need in this reading right now. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you, Spirit. Let's see. What messages does Spirit have for the collective today? Let's see. So the very first card, Gaia. Gaia Gateway Activation. Learning experiences. Wisdom transformation. Earth. Intelligence. Gaia is Mother Earth, if you didn't know. I'm going to try and bring this up so you can see it. Gaia is Mother Earth, if you didn't know, and it's all about grounding sometimes and feeling your connection to the earth, because ashes to ashes, I don't know, you know that phrase, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, and I don't know why that's come to it. But as we have come from the earth, we will go back to the earth, but our soul will always live on. Do you know? But whatever you're going through as well, I don't know why I'm getting this, but whatever you're going through as well, take it as a learning experience, because wisdom is here. Wisdom will always be transmitted to you. Do you know, when we learn these lessons, it adds to our wisdom. It adds to our understanding, and sometimes we will never do those things again. But what are these things that we're talking about? Is it mistakes with money? Is it mistakes with relationships? Is it mistakes with your environment, circumstances, job? What is these things that we've got to learn from? Because it says wisdom transmission. Are you one of the awakened ones? Are you an awakened one that do you know what? I felt like when I first awoken, I'm going to tell you, I felt like all this information, this knowledge was just downloaded. It was like the Matrix, and I was I've been unplugged from the Matrix, and I was downloaded all this knowledge. But experience counts for a lot too. So just remember that. And when it says earth intelligence, is your soul been around a long time? Are you an old soul that you've gone through generations after generations? I was talking about this on a live the other day where we, you know, are you from a previous life? I've been told that I'm an old soul, you know, from the Lemurians. The Lemurians existed with the Atlanteans, or if you want to call it, what do they call it? The Anunnaki. The Anunnaki is actually the Atlanteans and the Lemurians, and they went to war, as they always did. You know, they were a very warring situation. They would war against each other. But the Lemurians were the people that could exist without the body. They could just be, you know, the light. They could just be of existence, what the mind can see. You know, they didn't need a physical entity. And its soul is, you know, I say all that to say the soul lives on, and just remember that. And sometimes people talk about contracts that we have with people, but sometimes it's about it. I don't see it as a contract, because, you know, that's like very arbitrary, isn't it? I see it as we carry karma from each lifetime to lifetime, or karmic situations, I like to call them, and they get played out in specific ways, and it's for you to learn from those experiences and to not do them again, so you don't carry them into the next lifetime. And this is what it's all about. So when you see that, it's kind of like, what have I done with the card? Yeah, Gaia. When you see all that, we're here to have a human experience. So understand and know that. But I don't know why this is here, and I'm rambling on. But I don't know why this is here, but let's find out, shall we? Where should I go here? Let's see. Why is this here, Spirit? Please tell me about this. I've got some very old cards out today. Oldies but goodies. Why is this here? Please give me the message, Spirit. Please give me the message. Why do you tell us about this? Is this about the learning experiences we need to have in situations? Have you learnt your lessons? Are you repeating cycles? Is it each time you repeat a cycle you learn more? Is that what it is, collective? I don't know why I'm going down this road today, but I'm freestyling it today. So why is this here? Oh, passion. Did you have passion for somebody? Or passion for something? Let's find out. Let's get one more card out. Grief. Oh. See, it's all about the learning lessons. Do you know, when I see this, I see that this card has come out about the Gaia Gateway activation, because it's almost like the collective is learning. The collective is learning and transmuting those lessons. Do you know, for what you was once passionate about before, it's now turned into grief. It's now turned into grief. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know why. I mean, for some people, this is about you and your passions. Literally about your passions. But it's kind of like, did you wake up on the wrong side of bed and you're just not working on it anymore? You're just not wanting to do anything with it anymore. For some reason, it feels like that thing that was once a passion has turned into something that's just caused nothing but headache for you. For some of you, though, it's about somebody you had a passion with. It's almost like, and I'm going to say it, collective. I'm going to say it. It's almost like somebody you once had passion for is now, they're dead to you. And you're grieving the loss and moving on. You're grieving the loss and moving on. Wow. Or is it that you're on this journey as well? Because I see so much when I see just these three cards. Why are these here, Spirit? I'm going to get one more oracle out. Should I get one more out? One more oracle, and then we're going to some tarot, because I'm getting that this is here for you to learn lessons. Learn from experiences. But why? What's at the bottom? Everything's okay. It says here, everything. At the bottom of this deck, it says everything is okay. Everything's gonna be alright now. Wow. Reassurance, support, guidance, unseen. Here we go again with the wisdom transmission. The wisdom, guidance. Wisdom transmission is basically guidance, isn't it? Do you know? But let's see what else spirit has to tell us before I move on. So, one more card, and I know this is slightly different for me, but I just woke up in this very philosophical mood, and all I can think about is, you know, you are enough. Just know you are enough. And whatever you're going through, what maybe you was once passionate and that, I mean, it could even be a job, it could even be other, do you know, it could be something, but it's turned into grief. I mean, passion is, for example, somebody you dearly loved. Do you know, like she's holding a dog in this picture, something or someone you dearly loved, you had a passion for. Do you know, it's kind of like it's turned into grief and loss, it's turned into something else. Do you know, and it's kind of like you're grieving the loss now. You're having to release it, but you're grieving it. And they say there's 7 stages. There's 7 stages of grief, isn't there? I can't even pretend to know what the 7 stages of grief is. But what you was once passionate about is turned into grief. But you're having to learn from that experience. But what else? Why else? I've got out angels and auras. What do the angels have to say about this situation? Please give me the message, Spirit. What do the angels have to say? Thank you, Spirit. Please give me the message. Oh, it's the color red, and it's Archangel Uriel, and it says here emotions, healing, devotion, dedication, and that is so fitting. Here's what it is. Do you know, we've got to heal from this and learn from the experiences. We've got to heal from this and learn. Healing, devotion, integrated emotions. Do you know, sometimes we've got to learn to heal from these situations. It's crazy. It's almost like Spirit sending a message to the collective. Please learn from these experiences. Do you know, don't double back on them. Don't repeat the cycles, because here's what's going down here. What was once passionate is now turned to grief, and now you've got to heal from it. Now you've got to learn to heal. And the colour red might be of significance to you, just like the number 11. See, 1111 is a master number, if you didn't know, and that's the master of the leader. People that are born on the 11th, or your life number is 11. You know, depending on, I know my life number is 22. I'm a master builder. Whatever way I work it out, it comes out to be 22, which is the master builder. But you see, when you get the number 11, it's the born leader. Well, you're a born leader, but you're just giving yourself a disservice. This is why I keep getting this message. You are enough. You are enough. Just know and understand. We need to go and ground ourselves sometimes, and it sounds very hippie, doesn't it? But we really do. I feel so much better sitting in a park, sitting somewhere green, humped up against a tree reading a book, shoes off, grounding myself. And you know, it really is a deep energy, because everything is energy. And you transmuting that energy. Again, here we go, transmuting the energy and collecting the wisdom, getting the download. Sometimes we need a break, we need a rest. We need to contemplate life, because although we have passions, sometimes it just turns into something that is no longer that for you. And we need to heal from it. But the message I'm getting here is that we've had to learn from our experiences. You are enough. Just know and understand you are enough. So let's see why this message is here. Spirit, why is this message here? Let me get these ones out. Oh, these big goodies. I've got the Star Tarot out. I love these cards. I've had them for years, but I don't get them out often enough. So I want to know why. Spirit, why are you giving us this message about we are enough? Just know and understand we are enough. Although we have these passions for ourselves, for these people, for whatever is going on, our situations, and sometimes it really has turned into, it's gone from passion to grief. We just know and understand we can heal. And I'm going to tell you a little story. My mum used to always have red around her house. It was tied to scarves, it was red bookmarks in the Bible, it was that kind of thing. Her thing was red. And when we had her a funeral, we all wore black, but we all wore red scarves or something red to remind us of us. And so I've got red tied to my wardrobe. I've got red tied to my suitcase when I go traveling, because I know she's always with me. It's kind of like a symbol of her. So when I see the colour red, it reminds me of my mum. But it's kind of like, and all that, it's about healing, isn't it? It's about healing. Healing the loss, healing the grief, healing what was once a passion. But why is this here? Why did I go down that road? You know I could talk for England Collective. Please forgive me. But when I get these things, I have to pass it on. So, please give me the message for the collective. Why is this here? Please give me the message. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, thank you for your guidance. Woo! Spirit, give me the message. What say you, Spirit? What say you? As above, so below, so within, so without. Please give us the clarity. I had to give it the master 3 because it's one of those numbers, 369. Do you know what I mean? It's like one of those numbers. It's very asymmetrical. I don't know if you're into all that, but the mandalas? I've got a whole book of mandalas that is very asymmetrical stuff, and so that's what that's all about. But let's get some cards out and see why this message is here. See, look, already we've got the death card here. Why is the death card here? Is it about you releasing the old, healing, transmuting, coming away from that grief? Because we've all gone through some grief experience, whether it's the end of a relationship, somebody passing over, the loss of a job that we really loved, we lost a pet or something. Do you know what I mean? But we've had to put that down and start afresh, haven't we? We've got to put that down and start afresh. So that's why that's here. But why is it? What other messages have you got for the collective? The Ten of Wands. This is like soldiering on. This is like you soldiering, or even going through grief, going through loss, going through turmoil. You're still soldiering on, and sometimes you guys put on a brave face, and you don't need to. Sometimes we just have to feel it. Who knows it feels it. Who feels it knows it. Sometimes we just have to feel it and let it go. But some people like to bottle things up, and this is what causes trauma. This is what causes anxiety. This is what causes all sorts of nonsense internally. Well, you don't have to be doing that. Release it, let it go. Release it, let it go. You are enough. You are enough. Why am I going down this road? Spirit! Yeah, the 8 of Wands. See what I mean? Communicate. Communicate what you need, what you want, what you desire, what you lost. What you've lost. I see 2 messages here, but we'll get to that in a minute. We'll get to that in a minute. The Judgment. You see? Judgment for me is like, it could be one of 2 things. It's about reconciliation or just making a judgment, a permanent judgment. And my permanent judgment here, looking at these cards, is I choose to be in the positive rather than the negative. And yes, we have both. You have to have a balance. We have positive, negative, feminine, masculine, omega. You know, it goes on and on. Alpha and omega. It keeps going on and on. We have to have balance, but sometimes you have to choose. You have to choose. And the judgment you're making is you choose to be on the positive. You choose to heal. You choose to be that person that won't wallow in grief and loss, and continue on that journey. Because some of you have been through some trauma with some of your people, actually. Been through trauma with your family. Like, you could be the black sheep. For some of you, you could be the black sheep, and you, growing up, were treated like shit, even though everybody thought you was the star child for some reason. You know, you could have been treated like shit. And you've had to release a lot of people. Do you know? And some of you have been through some traumatic relationships. Okay? And you've had to make the judgment to choose you. You've made the judgment to choose you. Wow, Spirit. Come through, Spirit, come through. Yeah, see? Closing those karmic cycles. Closing those karmic cycles. Make the judgment and choose you. I want to know why these cards are here. Spirit, please tell me about these cards. I mean, it's all about the grief and moving on and persevering. Do you know what I mean? Wow. Why is the Death card here? Give me a deeper meaning with the Death card. The Nine of Pentacles. Sometimes we have to go on our own journey. Sometimes the Nine of Pentacles is about independence. It's about, or maybe you are too independent. It's about stability. Some of you, in order for you to actually have this stability, have this abundance, you've had to leave a lot behind. You've had to leave a lot behind. You've had to use the wisdom that's transmitted to you, the life lessons that you've learned, to actually release and move on and go to a different situation for yourself. That's crazy. That's crazy that it's come out like that. Spirit, plan for your future. Plan for your future. The Three of Wands. Why is the Ten of Wands here, Spirit? Because after the Death card was the Ten of Wands. Why is this here, Spirit? Please give me the message. I felt the need to shuffle there because this is going to get deep. The Ten of Wands. Why is the Ten of Wands here, the Hangman? See, this is again talking about release. Talking about letting go. Talking about getting a deeper perspective. Here's what we've got here. You've had to release certain situations. Go on your own journey. Do you know? Because it was nothing but burdens for you. You actually finally seen this perspective you're supposed to see. And you're learning those life lessons. Yes, you could have been passionate about that person, that situation, that environment, but it turned into nothing but grief, and you have to heal it. And this is what this is about. And because you've seen this perspective, now you can move forward with the Eight of Wands. You can move forward. You can take those movements forward. It might be, you see all those lightning flashes there? It might be a shock to some people that you mean what you say now. You know, there's one thing just doing something, but meaning what you say is another thing entirely. Wow, Spirit. Why is the Eight of Wands here in particular though, Spirit? Yeah, so that you can fulfill what's for you. Because what I'm going to tell you, okay, sometimes when you've got people around you that shouldn't be around you, Spirit won't give you those blessings. Spirit won't give you those blessings, let me tell you. If you are around people you're not supposed to be around, they will just stagnate you. But now, with the Nine of Cups, now that you're moving on, moving forward, moving out of situations, environments, moving away from certain people. I'm not saying everybody's bad, everybody's evil, but you will feel it through your spirit. You will feel it through your soul eventually, who is there for you and who isn't. And you just simply have to let that go and move forward and run after your dreams. Run after your wish fulfillment. Run after what is for you. Wow. Why is the Judgment card here, Spirit? Please give me the message. Now, I can see an entirely different story here as well. You've had to release someone as well, definitely. See, look. And now all they can do, you've made the judgment to be who you are and to be the person that you need to be. You've made the decision to be you and to heal from all the trauma you've had from the past. And because of this, when I see the Page of Swords, sorry, sometimes it's about you gaining specific knowledge, okay? If you want to talk it in a spiritual sense, it's you gaining knowledge about specific things, about what travesties has happened to you in your lifetime. Whether good or, do you know, a travesty is always going to be bad, but whether good or bad things have happened, and karma plays a whole big thing, you know. For every action there is a reaction. And you made the judgment to move away, to think about you. You've made that judgment. You chose you. And now, all you've got is people watching you. Deba, watch you! Don't let me go away! But seriously, you've got people that just want to find out information about you now because this is a tarot reader that I listen to. I don't listen to many tarot readers because I don't want to take up their information. But there was this one guy, and he said, some of you have joined the Ghost Nation. You've joined the ghost nation. You're just ghosting people. People wonder what the hell happened. Why are you not contacting them? Why are you not playing the same game that you used to play with them? Because spirits tapped you on the shoulder and said, enough is enough now. Your eyes have been opened. The rose-coloured glasses have fallen off. Do you know? And you've closed those cycles with the world card. Do you know? You've closed those cycles and you said, hell to the no. I'm not going down that road. You just turned, you're busy healing yourself. You're busy loving on yourself. Not to say that you're not going to have other relationships or you're not going to meet people, but you have more discernment now because of what you've been through. Those life lessons, learning experiences, you know, Gaia Gateway activation. That's Gaia activating within you. Mother Earth is activating within you. Yes, you were passionate about people at one point, but it's kind of like it's turned into I'm mourning. If you know, I'm gonna say it, as a Virgo, do you know, if you do me wrong and you really do me wrong, regardless of who you are, you're dead to me. And this is what this is. I will grieve the loss. I will literally grieve that loss and move on. Okay, but for some of you, although you've grieved this loss, it's kind of like you keep going down that road, you keep looking back, like Lot's wife. Go and look up that story, it's a Bible story. Lot's wife turned into a pillar of salt because she kept looking back. She wasn't prepared to close these cycles. Don't be that person that keeps going through these cycles over and over again. Who's not prepared to close these cycles, who's not prepared to come out of those karmic situations. And for some of you, you know you're going through the same cycles. It's like you go round and round and round, hoping for a different result. And it's never going to happen. Do you know what I mean? For some of you. But let's see why the world card is here. Please give me the message about the world card. Thank you, Spirit. Please give me the message. See, look, you need to go on your fool's journey. Because, again, nobody escapes karma. But we can get to start again once we've made the mistake. This is the beauty of free will. Do you know, we can go in another direction. We can take the risk. We can take the risk. Imagine you took the risk and started loving you really. Do you know what that opened you up to? It opened you up to you having clear boundaries. You telling yourself, would I accept that because I love myself too much? Would you accept that kind of nonsense? Just remember, you are enough. This is why this phrase keeps going. I woke up with that in my head this morning. You are enough. Just know and understand you are enough. Learn from the experience. Grieve the loss and heal. Because you are enough. You've got too much going on to be going through the nonsense with these people. Loss. Go through the dark, go through the dark night of the soul. Do you know? Go through the valley. Go through the valley of the death. Go through the valley of the death, for I fear no evil. You know, because just like you can go to Passover and go to the pearly gates, it's the same thing going through the valley, but you're doing it in this lifetime. Do you know? Choose. Make that judgment and choose to be you. Choose to be who you need to be. Choose to love yourself first. Choose to love yourself first. Don't sit down and watch or wait for these people to come back to go through the cycles all over again. Please go to those calmer waters. Please go to those calmer waters. I mean, I don't want to drag this out, but I can because this is two stories here. There's two stories here. You've had to release people. In particular, you've had to release people and go by yourself. You've had to, maybe it's a love situation as well, love situation, whatever. We're not talking spiritually anymore, but because you've had what you was once passionate about, you now grieved and you moved on and healed from. You've literally healed from some of these situations, and and sometimes these people want to pop up on you. They want to pop up on you, and then it's kind of like, do you want to go down that road again? It's another karmic cycle to go through. Do you know, whether it's a good karmic cycle or a bad karmic cycle, a karmic cycle is a karmic cycle. It's something that you repeat over and over again in your lifetime. Do you know, and it's kind of like after the death card and then going into the Nine of Pentacles, you're going on your own journey on by yourself. Do you know what I mean? You just see whatever there was too much of a burden. It was too much of a burden. It was too much. It was too much. You just gained another perspective. You're now doing you. You're moving forward with what you want. You're moving forward with what you want. You are making that judgment. You're making that judgment because you've made the judgment to move away from certain things. Damn, I want you. I'm telling you, you got eyes on you. Some of you have people literally gang stalking you, wishing the worst for you. Do you know, they wash their mouth on you, they gossip about you, they put people up against you. Do you know, they people will suddenly stop talking to you for no goddamn reason, other than somebody told them something that might have rung true, but they never bothered to ask you the truth. Do you know, it's that kind of thing. So, you know, let them go because they was never there for you in the first place. Close them cycles with the World card. Start on your journey. Start on your journey. Because you don't need that headache in your life. And I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer. Because we all go through these cycles. We all go through these cycles. But there's one person for the collective in particular, and it could be your twin flame, your soulmate, your soul tie. And sometimes, and some people don't like to hear it, you know, sometimes they're just here to teach you lessons, life experiences, learning experiences that you needed to have in order to wake you up to the journey, in order to enlighten you on what's really going down. Do you know what I mean? I've been singing this message all last week as well. It's kind of like, you are enough. You are so enough. You are extra. Be extra. Be extrovert. Be unique. Be you. Do you know? I'm not that. For example, I'm not the normal granny. I really ain't. I love to travel. And I think till the day I die, do you know, I am a trained photographer. I do tarot. There's, you know, they might even call me the gangster granny. I don't know, but I'm very for my age. I'm very technology minded, and it's kind of like in some people's eyes, it's like you're the black sheep, ain't you? You do things so differently. You do things you wouldn't do things that I would do. I've always had a moral standpoint now. Always had a moral standpoint. But coming to this journey, I've had to release a lot of people. And I'm getting that a lot of the collective have had to release a lot of people do. And sometimes it is a lonely road. It really is a lonely road. But just know, Spirit's got your back. You are God. You are sovereign. You are free. And just know, if you ever I had a conversation with somebody, and, you know, they felt like they was in the wrong body. Not in a sexual sense, but in a spiritual sense. And yeah, that's right. Some of you, do you know, I've always had a yearning to be near the sea. And then I've figured out, I went to a medium and they told me that I was part of I was an old soul. I've been told that more than once. I was an old soul, and I went far back as the Lemurians and this, that and the other. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But I can believe the old soul thing, because sometimes you really do feel like you're in the wrong body. Do you know, you really do feel, and sometimes that got a lot to do with reincarnation as well. So just know and understand that we're on this journey for a reason. We're here for this life experience. Do you know? You know, and we've got to take in as much knowledge as we can to go into the next life. I think I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to get one more card out. Let me just see what I've got here. What have I got here? I'm going to do one more card from the angels and see what the archangels have to say to us before I go. Because that was deep. See, again, that card has come out. Everything's okay. Everything's okay. Reassurance, support, guidance, overseeing. You are never alone. I always say this to my collective. You are never alone. Your guides, your beloved, your ancestors, your angels. I should do some ancestor readings, because I'm telling you, your ancestors are riding for you and you don't even know it. Your beloveds are riding for you and you don't even know it. Do you know? It's crazy. But that's a deep subject, and that's a deep thing to get into. So let's get a card out. Let's see what Spirit has to say before we go. Uriel, gold, the colour gold. Passion, empathy, entrepreneur, driven. Get with it, people. Get driven. Get to understand that you shouldn't let people hold you back, hold you down. You shouldn't let people do these things to you, stagnate you. I've been with people that stagnated the shit out of me, didn't want me to progress, didn't want me to be the person I am. They would criticize. And I'll give you a good example of that. I always had a camera in my hand, always taking pictures. I've got pictures of everywhere I've been, what countries I've been to. I have them digitally now, but it's kind of like somebody said to me, why are you going back to college at the age of 58 to do photography? And I said to them, you're never too old to learn, A. And B, why are you going down that road? Why are you trying to stop me improving myself? I'm a trained photographer now. Not that I'm using it at the moment, but come summer and when I go traveling, it'll be a different thing entirely. But I say all that to say, if you have a passion, and this is where the passion comes in, don't let nobody hold you down, because you're just going to grieve that loss. It's going to be like, don't let nobody hold you down. Be driven. Go on that journey. Take that leap of faith. I'm going to leave it there, collective. That was deep. Until next time, collective. Don't forget to like, comment, share, show your appreciation. Get down with the get down. Don't forget, I'm actually very active on Patreon. I do lives on Patreon on a Monday, so come and join me over there. I'm also on, I've just started, well, not too long started Facebook. I'm on Instagram, but I'm really more active on Patreon, so come and join me over there. Whether you follow or subscribe, it doesn't matter to me, but it'd be nice to have a following there, because on a Monday I do lives just for my Patreon. It's a very private, closed community there. So until next time, please take care of yourself and num your haringe kill. Take care.